Hello everyone, Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all another Wi-Fi battle. This battle is going to be against 6ftHax once again. Like I said before, I have battled 6ftHax quite a number of times, and now this is like the fourth battle that I have here. And we're going to do an RU battle this time. I was actually curious of battling 6ftHax in the RU tier, because fun fact, I've battled 6ftHax at least a good like 2 times in the RU tier, and actually 3 times. And 2 of the times that I've battled him in RU, this guy like always seems to get put in a position where he just feels the need to run away from the battle, and it's like, wow, crap freaking sling it. So I'm gonna actually change my team a little bit this time around and actually use something completely different, something that I just made out on the fly basically. And I challenged 6ftHax to an RU battle, and I was quickly looking at the RU tier list while he was making his team, and I noticed that there were some of the mons that I noticed some mons were threatening on the tier, and one of those particularly is Zydog. Like, what the hell is Zydog doing in the RU tier? Like, what the hell? That's actually kind of scary, not gonna lie, because I have no switch-ins to that thing with this team that I have. So here I led with Blastoise, thinking that he would probably lead with Zydog, knowing that I have no switch-ins to that thing. But he actually leads with the easy bake oven that is Rotom-H, and actually I just switched in the Rose Rate, which was risky because he could have gone for Overheat. He instead just goes for Volt Switch, which crits me, which is really annoying, but what are you gonna do? Here I'm forced to switch out. He gets the switch advantage into Zydog, and now here he's gonna double switch on me and go into Pangoro, which is actually kind of annoying because I actually did switch into this thing because I was afraid that he was actually gonna just try to go for the 1,000 arrows, because again I have like not a whole lot of switch-ins. Like, these 2 things switch in, but they don't have reliable recovery, so that's kind of the problem here. So here this thing goes for knockoff like I expected, but like I said, I have no switch-ins for this thing either, honestly. His team seems to be hyper offensive in a way, honestly, because everything here like I just have no switch-ins for. So here he went for Drain Punch. I went for, I think, Scald, hoping to get a burn maybe, but you know, I almost never get the burns when I need them, at least when it comes to important battles like these. But yeah, here I go for Protect now, because I just want to see what else he wants to go for. He goes for Drain Punch. Yeah, I obviously wasn't going to switch out, obviously. My plan was to switch in the Honchkrow if predicting a knockoff, but I didn't want Honchkrow to take too much damage either. And for some reason I felt like it would have been a win condition, that keeping that thing healthy would have been really, really nice. But yeah, he's going to take out my Blastoise, which really, really sucks, because honestly, like I said, I have nothing. Here I try to take advantage with Meloetta to just go for the Relic Song, because I felt like this could be my only chance to set it up. And I do get it up, and I do transform into the Pyroid form now. But now here he sends in Rotom-H, and I was thinking, okay, I think this thing is Scarf, and he probably wants to go for Overheat. So I'm almost switching to this, so that he goes down to -2. But he's actually going to Volt Switch, so I was like, crap freaking slang it. This guy is actually going to freaking predict me. And he's going to go into Sasha Banks, which is the freaking Nidoqueen. And I'm just like, okay. I think what I do here is actually go for, I think, Toxic Spikes. And the reason why is because I knew this thing was just going to set up Stealth Rocks, and I don't have any Rock Setters on my team, which is one of the things I just realized about my team right now. Well, actually, I knew that beforehand, but I was kind of hoping I wouldn't need the Rocks. So, yeah, I just kind of went with this team. But as you can see, this is actually kind of biting me in the rear end right now, because I got nothing to punish his switchings right now. And that Rotom-H could have been nice for me to have gotten rocks up on, but I don't have any rock setters on this team, so that kind of sucks. Now here he goes for a couple Earth Powers. Here I was also once again in a complicated predicament. I was debating whether or not I should switch in the Honchkrow, predicting the Earth Power, but I didn't want to switch it in because there was also the possibility that I could try to predict me and go for Thunderbolt or Ice Beam, because I know they carry those things most of the time. So here, I think revealing Protect could very well have been a mistake, because for the first 2 times it was going for nothing but Earth Powers. But then as soon as it saw Protect, he tried to predict me right there, switching in the Honchkrow. But unfortunately, now here I basically got kind of scared and never wanted to switch out, basically. I could have tried to switch out, but I was just afraid of the Ice Beam or Thunderbolt from this thing. Or in this case, Ice Beam. He goes for Earth Power here once again. I could have switched, but I just couldn't. Like, I was really afraid of that Ice Beam, so I was just like, damn. Like, the only thing I wanted was to get Toxic Spikes up to force something else to switch in and take the Poison, like Zydog maybe, or even the chestnut that he also has behind his team. I go for Hex here because at this point I literally just sitting here doing nothing. So I figured, you know what, let's just go for damage on this thing. Maybe he can help me revenge kill it with something else. He's actually going to switch out and go into easy big once again, which is the Rotom. And yeah, I guess he anticipated the protect. Had I gone for knockoff there, that would have been super nice. Because this thing wouldn't be choice scarf, as you're going to find out right now that it is. And now I have to go for protect here. And he's going to volt switch, obviously, because he probably thought he was going to be able to KO me after these leftovers, honestly. Just because my Fire Gaze is this weekend at this point. And he's going to go back into Sasha Banks, which is the Nidoqueen. Which is kind of annoying. Here, he's going to get rid of the Toxic Spikes that I said earlier. But I'm just going to set them back up again because I kind of knew he would just try to switch it back in just to set them up again. Or just to get rid of the Toxic Spikes, so I figured let's set him up again. That way he's forced to switch once again and it doesn't have to be that stupid Rotom. Because that Rotom is really pissing me off right now. But yeah, he goes for Ice Beam here. Once again, I did not want to switch into Honchkrow because I was really afraid of that. And good thing I didn't right here. But there was times when I could have, honestly. But honestly, I didn't think I was going to be able to KO it from where it's at. Because usually Nidoqueens are bulky, so yeah. Here, once again, I try to risk it for the Biscuit. And I just go for the what's it called? The Relic Song here. Even though it's not going to KO the Nidoqueen, maybe I can hope for it to fall asleep or something. But he just switches into Bailotic, which is, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty Bay. But this is gonna be able to take the Relic Song. And now here, what I'm gonna do, I think is I think I went for Zen Headbutt here because what I wanted to do here was just flinch this thing. I know that I can abuse Zen Headbutt because it has a 30% chance to flinch, and with Meloida's Serene Grace ability, I can definitely just flinch things. But I missed the first Zen Headbutt on his switch into Nidoqueen, which doesn't really matter because I am going to be able to finish this thing off anyways. And he would have definitely gotten the Toxic Spikes out of the field had I still hit the Zen Headbutt, because the Toxic Spikes go away as soon as the thing comes in, basically. But now he's going to go back into Bailotic, and I'm like, okay, this is my chance to try to flinch this thing. And unfortunately, I don't flinch it, and this is actually, unfortunately, kind of bad for me because now Meloida takes unnecessary damage. I don't get burned, thankfully. So that's actually good because right now this thing is poison, which means the Marvel scales up. But this poison is actually kind of taking a lot of HP from my Milotic. And here I figured, okay, I think this is my opportunity to go for the Phytanium Z right here in all-out pummeling. Because the goal here is just to get as much damage as on any switching that he wants as possible. Or if not, take out this Milotic. Because it was one or the other. He either switches out and has something else take this all-out pummeling, or he just sacks Milotic right here. I wasn't sure if I could KO it, honestly, because the Marvel skill just boosted its defense, and I could tell it was a physically defensive Milotic, but thankfully I was able to take it out, which is excellent. But now, unfortunately, because my Meloida was weakened from the Scald, I figured there's no reason to switch in on this, switch out on this Rotom, and at this point I just had to hope it wasn't Scarfed, and it was Scarfed, so therefore I just lose Meloida, which really sucks actually. Now here I sent in Honchkrow because I wanted to Sucker Punch this thing. However, I had a feeling he would actually try to switch out, so I decided to just go for the Pursuit instead. For whatever it's worth, because the only thing this does, honestly, is just weaken the Rotom. But when it comes back in, I'm probably going to be way too weakened on the Honchkrow for it to even get anything going. Now here, I make somewhat of a mistake. I switch out Honchkrow instead of just taking this thing out. Or trying to take this thing out. I don't know why I didn't go for it. I was Life Orbed, and this thing is X4 weak to Flying moves, so it was definitely going to KO. But this was definitely a mistake because now this thing gets spikes up, and I switch in Roserade, and my Roserade was also kind of healthy, honestly. Kinda, not all the way. It did took quite an amount of damage from Volt Switch, but here it's gonna take a Drain Punch as well because I wasn't able to take this thing out with a Hidden Power Fire, unfortunately. And this guy also crits my freaking Roserade with a Drain Punch. I'm like, wow. Both times this Roserade has gotten hit by something, it's been crits too. Like, damn. My Roserade's lucky that those crits were not from super effective attacks or regular attacks, because this Roserade would have had the worst luck in the universe. But anyways, he goes for Spikes again because I think here I went for Giga Drain because I thought he would try to switch in Zydoge, which would have also been able to resist the Sludge Bomb. Or Hidden Power Fire, that is. Because yeah, I can't go for Sludge Bomb on this thing because this thing probably has Bulletproof as the ability. So yeah, I just went for Giga Drain, and as a result he got 2 layers of spikes up, and these 2 layers of spikes actually matter a great ton because here he's gonna send out Zydog like I unfortunately had to predict here, and I just have to let my Roserade die here, unfortunately. And yeah, I go into effect mode here, which is my Heliolisk. Now here, I don't think I was gonna be able to KO the Zydog honestly with one Hyper Voice. It's Modest Scarf, but I don't think even with that was it gonna be able to take it out honestly, just because it was from full HP. He does switch out thinking he won't take it though, and as a result, he's just gonna let his Rotom die as well. He didn't have to do this switch honestly, but he thought that I guess he thought that he wouldn't be able to survive the Hyper Voice. But as you can, well, it doesn't matter because it's gonna take out my Heliolisk, as you can see. So you're not gonna find out if I could have taken it out or not, because it goes for E-Speed, and due to the spikes, I'm not able to survive that E-Speed, and neither is my Honchkrow, because this thing is now gonna take Stealth Rocks as well. I was trying to preserve this Honchkrow for the Rotom-H if he happened to stay survive with that, or if he locks himself into 1,000 arrows, which he could have. But honestly, I think after the spikes, he had no reason to not go for E-Speed. So as a result, I think I also kind of forgot that E-Speed has +2 priority over Sucker Punch too. So I was like, oh, that just ruined things for me as well. But yeah, that's gonna be the whole game. Good game once again to 6ftHax. And thank you all for watching this battle, and I hope to catch you guys in the next battle. So yeah, catch you later.